What is going on, all my dirty bombers? So today I'm going to do my Thunder review video, and it'll help a lot of you out there figure out, should I spend my 50,000k in-game credits on this, which is a lot of hours, or should I spend my $10 to buy Thunder, which is a lot of money for a free-to-play game, I think. So let's get to it. Now, Thunder is a new Merc who's under the Assault class, and he comes with 160 HP and a run speed of 375. Now, if you want to compare this to another Merc, try playing as Fragger. He's got 150 HP and a 385 run speed. It's about the same. I mean, they're just switching 10 off the HP and the run speed. You'll get the same feeling about how he moves. Not necessarily, but it's pretty close. Now, Thunder is an Assault Merc. Like I said, he's in the ranks with Fragger, Nader, and Rhino. Now, these Mercs do tons of damage. They just pound the enemy in, and like they say, they help with the assault. They're just really, really strong Mercs. Now, unfortunately, I don't feel though Thunder is an Assault Merc, mainly because his ability, I play more defensively, and it's kind of weird, but we'll get to that later. Now let's talk about his weapon. He introduced a new weapon into this game. It's a light machine gun, and it's called the MK46. Now the MK46 is a really good light machine gun, but unfortunately its stats are actually pretty underwhelming. Now, most of you know about the Dirty Bomb stat sheet that's on the Google Docs. I use that as a reference for weapons. I know it's outdated. I messaged Candy. I'm pretty sure many of you who've watched my video obviously see his videos. He told me that he did his own testing and he found that the damage was actually 11 to the body and 22 to the head, instead of what the stat sheet says, which is 12 to the body and 24 to the head. Now, I believe Candy, I didn't do the testing on my own to save me some time, but I believe him. If all of this happens to be false, just ignore this part and I will do a video all over talking about this, because I also tested the rounds per minute. On the stat sheet it says the round per minute is 725.6. I did my own testing. I got to the conclusion that it was around 728.4, give or take my human error, with the counting of the frames and whatnot. And with those numbers, I was able to figure out a whole new DPS for this and compare it to the other guns accordingly. So with the new stats that I got from Candy and tested myself, the body DPS is actually 133.4 and the head DPS is 266.9. Now, how does this help and how does this compare to other guns? Well, let's compare to the K121, right? Who's got a body DPS of 134.9 and a head DPS of 269.8. So the K121 is slightly stronger, right? Let's compare it to the timik, which is a gun I would recommend using on Thunder. Well, the timik has a body DPS of 128.4 and 256.9. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wow, those numbers are actually lower than the MK46. How can you think the MK46 is a bad gun? Well, this is my reasoning. While the MK46 is a beast of a gun, it does have 85 bullets in it, which is amazing. Its rate of its recoil is really rough. If you're hip firing, it's gonna recoil really fast, and you're gonna have to like burst or either aim down sights at really long range targets. And even then, this gun is actually just not effective at long range. It's okay at medium range, but the timik will always beat out in timik and medium range and in close range, and definitely in long range. This is why I don't like this gun that much. At close range, this gun, I take it back. At close range, this gun might beat the timik just because of higher DPS, because it's really good close range. I mean, if you hit all the headshots, you're actually going to mow them down pretty quickly. It's not as forgiving if you hit body shots, but you should always be aiming for the head. But hey, we aren't all perfect. We don't have the perfect aim all the time. So sometimes you're not going to hit the head all the time, and you'll actually feel the pain when you hit him in the body, because it takes a really long time, and it's It really sucks when that happens. I mean, overall, statistically wise, it still is better than the timik, but it just doesn't feel that good. That's just my personal opinion. If you guys pick up this gun, let me know how you feel. If you do good close or long range. Personally, from all the games I've played, I played 3 of each. I played 3 with each weapon for gameplay footage of this. I played with the MK46 for 3 games, the timik for 3 games, and then the Stark for 3 games. Personally, the timik I just did amazing with every single time. I even did better with the Stark than the MK46. The MK46 is really inconsistent for me, but like I said, it's just my personal opinion. Its stats feel like it's a KEK 10 because the KEK also does 11, 22, but I'd rather have a KEK 10 in my hands because I know the KEK 10's actually more accurate at long range, even though it's a submachine gun. So now, what else does he have? Well, he has the concussion grenades. The concussion grenades are really good, and they are also really bad at the same time. I'm pretty sure it's a bug, but if you throw the concussion far forward, like I'm talking as far as you can, and you're still like looking in the general direction, you will get concussed really badly. I'm talking full widescreen, and it's really frustrating when that happens because it really affects firefights. When you're in the heat of the battle and you accidentally concuss yourself, I mean, you're pretty much dead, or the enemy team's gonna be concussed too, you're concussed, and it's just like drawing out time, and it's kind of useless. But when you get the concussion grenade right, it's amazing. Having the enemy team being disorientated for that long makes them easy pickings, makes them for easy kills. It's really fun to use a concussion grenade when you get it right. And that's the thing, right? This is why I don't like playing Thunder, and this is why I don't think he should have been an assault merc. As an assault merc, you want to get into the battle, you want to just do as much damage as you can. But with these concussions, you have to play really smart. You have to play really defensively to throw them, or else you're going to concuss yourself. So I found myself when I played as Thunder, I couldn't really be as fast paced as I was with Fragger, let alone Nader. With Nader, I'm really fast paced into action. It felt more of a defensive play, and it's not my playstyle. Take that into account. If you guys do enjoy playing defensively, say you are a Rhino player, then yes, definitely Thunder is one for you. But even then, Rhino can also be used offensively, right? He meek grinds. If you have like a pocket medic such as Aura, then get out of here, right? But yeah, he's more of a defensive assault mercenary, which isn't my playstyle, and also the reason why I don't play Rhino as much. I don't like being on the defensive. I like being on the offensive. Now let's talk loadout cards. Now Thunder's actually pretty cool because most of his loadout cards don't suck. They're actually pretty good. Now let's start off with the Stark. Now for the Stark, I think the best one's probably the S41 Revised Rifleman. It comes with Focus, Spares, and Explododron. Spares is actually really good on an assault character because you do find yourself running out of ammo pretty quickly. It's got the M9 and the Beckel. It's pretty good. Runner-up probably is going to be Power Rifleman. This is actually really good too. I found myself using 2 cards quite often. Unshakable and Drilled, Stark, Stilnato, pretty good. And I'll talk about more of that later when I finish off these cards, why I use 2 cards. It's actually really cool. For the LMG, the MA95 Aggressive Gunner is actually pretty good. It's got Explododron. Quick Draw's not that good, and Chopper's not that good, but I mean, it's got the Kukri knife, so Chopper's kind of good, I guess, because it is a high damage melee knife. It's got the 40 and the MK46. MK46, like I said, I'm not too much of a fan of. What I have been using the most is actually the MA42 Revised Gunner. It's got Spares and Drilled. Spares makes Thunder a beast when it comes to just the ammo he's got on this MK46. It's actually pretty cool. Drilled is awesome because this thing takes forever to reload. It is a light machine gun, of course. And Tough is actually a pretty good perk. This is probably, I think, actually the best one. Yeah, this is probably the best one. I don't know. Like I said, they all go down to personal preference. But Tough reduces the delay of health regen. It starts by 33%. And on a character who has 160 HP like Thunder, that's pretty decent. Now for the timik, this is what I mean about having 2 cards. So I've been using 2 cards. And this is what I like about a Merc when they make good cards. Much like Phoenix, I have multiple cards I use for multiple scenarios, and I really like this. This first card I've been using when I actually do have a team that is competent and throws ammo packs, because sometimes they don't do that. It's got drilled and exploded dendron, cool as whatever, right? It's the timik, and I feel like the timik's like just the best gun for Thunder. The Colden, unfortunately, but we can live with that in the Stilnato. Drilled is amazing, and I love Exploded Dendron because it just wrecks. When I have competent teammates, this is the card I actually like to choose out. But when I realize that the game is becoming a little bit more spammy with nades, and I don't have teammates that are handing out ammo, I actually go over to the Revised Rifleman. It's got spares and Unshakable. It's a really good card. It's got the M9 and also the Kukri. I used it a lot in many of my clips, and it's probably the card I play with the most. But then again, I play with the other one. Like I said, Thunder's actually really versatile with his cards, and they're actually all pretty good. I mean, the only downside is that he's got like such mediocre guns, really, in my opinion. Like if he had an M4, if he had like fragger loadouts, like fragger guns, that'd be awesome. But then there wouldn't be much variety, so I get it. I mean, it's different, but yeah, his loadout cards are actually really good. So next, let's go on and talk about my conclusive thoughts with him. So, I mean, is he worth it? Should you spend 50,000k creds? Should you spend $10? And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say as of right now, no. I don't think he's the best assault mercenary. I actually think he's probably, in my opinion, though, well, because I have used Rhino more, I want to say like the worst in my opinion. I'm not saying he's completely bad. Don't mistake my words. Whenever you say worse, people automatically like, well, you'll hate him. No. He's okay. As a Merc, I give him just an average rating, I give him a 7 out of 10. He's okay. He's mildly entertaining to play with. When you play with him, it's okay. It's kind of fun. But every time I played with him, and every single map, there was always that one Merc I wish I was instead of him. I was like, wow, if I was a Skyhammer at this point, I could actually help my team win. Wow, if I was a Nader at this point, I could stop all these auras and their health pads by strategically taking them out. Wow, if I was actually a Fletcher, I could be doing more damage, stuff like that. So most of the time I actually didn't feel like playing him. He is a cool Merc, it's new, but to me he's just average. And if someone were to ask me, a friend were to ask me, hey, should I buy this Merc, I would honestly tell him no. I mean, you can if you have enough credits and you want another Assault Merc, but if you want another Assault Merc, I'd recommend Fragger or Nader, because they're just the bee's knees, really. If you already have those and you don't want Rhino, then yeah, I could see this guy sort of filling out your assault class. There will be a Black Friday deal, so if that Black Friday deal is pretty sweet and you can pick them up for like $5, sure. If you can pick them up for 25k creds, sure. But other than that, I really didn't like him that much. He's just average. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed all the information. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Also subscribe if you're new. And as always, you guys, Calvin is out.